Alrighty, everybody. Whoa. What's up, what's up, what's up, everybody? Just getting this stream link posted across the board, guys, and then we'll be good to go. Alright, hold on, guys, just copying this link. There we go, we are live now. We are ready to go. What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's doing well today. Happy Thursday. What's up, everybody? Hopefully we can catch some trades today. Yesterday was a one and done, pretty solid banger. Got about 25 points yesterday. We did end up dropping a lot more, but it is what it is. Not going to catch it all the time, right? I am looking for longs here at this point. I'm just trying to look for a more proper entry, I suppose. All right. I also am not against the idea of longing the Dow as well. That was in the plan above the 45 387s. The hourly still hasn't flipped yet, so I just want to be cautious of that. But overall, the long on the Dow is definitely something I'd be willing to do for sure. Morning, Dub. I was drunk. Absolutely. Absolutely. CRM is about to rip. I don't know about that. Maybe. Maybe. But I am focused here on this. I want to see a potential quick retest lower. I'm just gonna flip so you guys can see the screen. Where's my other screen? There we go.
Order filled.
Alright, you guys can see that now. So when I enter a trade, you should see it on the screen. So I do want to see some type of dip for a long. Something like this. I am fully aware we're still outside, we're still inside the first hour range, but we can still capture like a 20-25 point move if we can get the proper setup here. So that's what I'm watching for now. Yeah, I'm watching CRDO as well above the opening print. This NQ, it's possible the NQ just kind of goes, but I want to be cautious here. I did actually take a long here before I was on the stream. I got about 20-something points. I closed somewhere around here, just shy of 500. So on my other screen that you can't see on my other accounts, up on those. Now I'm just obviously going to be trading this. This is futures trading, Luxy Posh, futures trading. And as always, guys, if you're interested in using Tradeify or Take Profit Trader, code ZAC gets you the best discount there. For Tradeify, I prefer the 25K accounts. The 50Ks are still fine. Anything above that, probably not necessary. And for Tradeify, I swear that the best bang for your buck, overall rules, money, everything is the 50K account. You know, they have smaller and larger. I think 50K is best. What's up? So ES is making new highs. NQ is approaching. Again, we could have in theory long there. I just wanted to see a little bit of a dip because now at this point we're kind of extended. So I'm going to wait for that. The Dow is strong and we are above last hour high. So I would, even though the hourly isn't flip, now that we've taken out last hourly high, I would be willing to go long if we can on a pullback for the Dow. I'm going to keep an eye on that one as well. Not sure if we'll get an entry, but I'll keep an eye out for it. 6482 for ES. It's definitely possible. I mean, it's only 5 points away. So overall, for me, big picture target for ES is 6509. 6509 is my big picture target. So we'll see. I took 2 trades so far. First trade, 15-minute 8 EMA. I took that bounce. Gave us about... gave me about 25 points. You could have got maybe as high as 35, 40 points potentially. And then I took this long right here, back above the opening print, back above VWAP as the hourly was closing, and got this little piece here. Yeah, the hourly did flip on NQ. So now I'm just waiting for a proper entry, and we'll be good to go. It is possible we take out last hour highs first, which would be kind of annoying for us, but good for the bigger picture. Annoying for an entry right now, but we'll see. Sam Baker, thank you for following on TikTok. If you're not already following on TikTok, guys, double tap that screen, like the stream, really appreciate it. We're already at 1K likes, really appreciate that. I'm not going to force any trades here because I actually did already take some, like I said, on my other account. So I don't want to force anything there. Thank you guys for the gifts. Appreciate you guys. 30 point from here is visible, and it's possible. Yeah. This is NQ futures, guys. This is not a stock. This is the futures trading. NQ futures, which is the equivalent of the NASDAQ. All right. All right. All right. Hey man, shouldn't show your profits. What do you mean by that, Clips? Shouldn't show? Why would I not show what I'm doing? Confused by that. So far, kind of getting a little bit of dip off that previous day high, so I want to see something of a dip for an entry long, as I mentioned. Not sure what you mean by shouldn't show your profits, but... So we kind of banged into that previous day high, now getting that little bit of a dip. I do want to see a dip down. I would consider a 2-minute buy or 2-minute entry for an aggressive long, but I'm going to see. I'm going to wait for more price action to play out. 15-minute, it's closing in 5 minutes. Hourly, again, flipped, but inside bars, so I'm just going to kind of wait and see. I'd prefer an entry somewhere around this, like, 500 to 90 area. That would be good, because I kind of missed the boat there. Well, I didn't miss the boat, I took it, but... You usually see profits next to the candles. I'm not in any position right now, but if you see the middle of my screen right here, the middle of my screen, it shows my, P&L, it shows my positions, orders, all that. So if I'm in a position, you see it right there. It's not on my screen because I don't want to have too much clutter on there. So. When I am in a position, you will see it. Promise you that. Okay, guys, as I mentioned, if you are interested in using Take Profit Trader or using Tradeify, make sure you use code ZACH. It supports me, gets you a nice little discount in there as well. Yeah, no position just yet. I'm kind of mapping out right here where I want to enter my position, if possible. Yesterday I was looking for that long, and the long never ended up happening. We took a nice little short. Today I'm not really looking for a short. At this point, kind of we have all the time frames in our alignment. Maybe you could have caught a short earlier. At this point, I'm really just sticking for long. It's either going to be long or do nothing, personally. So. Alright, so I may consider adding some micros in here and adding down to 87s with a stop like under VWAP. Might take 3 to start or 4 to start. Yeah, I'm going to take 4 to start here. So the thought process is I'm going to take 4 to start here as we're at the 2-minute 8. If we bounce up hard, I have 4. It's not the biggest position. But if we do bounce down to this like 90, 85 area, I can get another 3 to 4 with an average at around, call it 93, and then I can use about a 20-point stop loss, so about $400 worth of risk, which is where I like to be. I like to be between $300 and $400 worth of risk typically. And again, if we just rally straight up, I have 4 micros. So that's kind of what I'm looking to do, build that position in here. If we do get an immediate bounce, it's fine. I'll just be a smaller win. Can't really complain with it. So. But we'll see. If we do go lower, I'd be willing to add probably another 3 to 4. We'll see. I'm not going to add directly here. I'll wait for the bounce and then go from there. Looks like the Instagram went down. Oh well. We're on live on YouTube and TikTok as always. I'm not reviewing any crypto right now. I'm just trading some futures. Again, like I said, I'd be willing to add potentially somewhere in here if applicable, right? This 15-minute is closing here, so it could be like a 15-minute 1, 2, 3 of sorts. Hourly still 1, 2, 3, but we still have room here all the way to like 45s and still quote be an inside hourly bar. ES is not an inside hourly bar, so ES is already kind of above that range. So we shall see. I'm also willing to long the Dow as well in the next 5-minute 8 EMA tag. So. Not sure why the Instagram went down, but it is what it is. Clips, thank you for the follow, guys. If you're not already following, double tap that screen, like the stream. We're already at 1.2K likes. Let's see if we can get to 2K, 3K likes. The stream was great. Realize you can't see my positions again. Oops, now you can. We can get a push up to that previous day high. I'd probably just close it if I only have 4. Again, if we can add, we can add, but if not, I'll just take the gains and that'll be it. So. The Dow is also getting a little bit of pop here. Dow probably is no go now. It's probably too extended for my liking. I think what the problem is with Instagram is Instagram sometimes will like shut down my stream if I'm playing like copyrighted music, which is like literally any song in the universe, where TikTok doesn't care and YouTube doesn't care. Actually, YouTube cares a little bit more than TikTok, but TikTok really doesn't care at all. So. When we get to that previous day high again with only the 4, I'll just take it. We pretty much tied that 5 there at that point. Right? We pretty much. So we'll just see how this 5-minute candle closes. Made some good music. Let's see what I got here. The Dow kind of, sort of tagged the 5-minute 8 EMA, not really. It's alright, if we miss the Dow, we miss the Dow. The hourly didn't flip yet, so I just was open to it if it's set up properly. If not, it's what it is. Might take it off here. Let's see. Give it one more chance to get a push. One more spike higher. I think I'll take it off.
Order filled.
I'm gonna take it off there, guys. Yeah, let's take it off there. So I got 23 points there, guys. Never got the opportunity to add, but also pretty much 0 drawdown. I mean, maybe a couple points of drawdown. I front ran the previous day high by like a tick or point or two. But I'll take that. You know, again, it was only 4 micros, but you know, across 3 different accounts, $177. So you know, about $550 or so. Over $500 profit there. Pretty solid. Again, the long was pretty much right. So actually we were in a little, I mean, we were in like 6 points of drawdown at the max, but again, we took it off for about 23 points of profit there. So nice little trade. Nice little trade. I'll still look for another trade here. I'm not going to try to press it, but I am willing to take another one. So hopefully you guys are able to take some type of gains with that for me. I mean, honestly, if we dip down here again, I wouldn't. We'll see. I'm not going to double dip just yet, but I am open to the idea. So that definitely was a good exit, I will say. But we'll see. Yeah, I figured something maybe like this could happen. So we'll see. If this 5-minute, I don't really care about the immediate bounce right here. If the 5-minute can bounce and hold like this, then I consider that a bit more. Maybe we can stay in touch. All that ain't doing too much. Again, Again, a re-entry here could work. 15 minutes, so 1, 2, 3. If you're kind of thinking range game, I'm not sure if I'm gonna re-enter. I would rather miss it than enter prematurely, so I'm gonna wait for the 5-minute close. That'll be my plan. Whether that's good or whether that's bad. Kind of want along the Dow here, guys. I'm going to switch my kind of view here to the Dow for a moment. The Dow has some room. I'm watching this now for a long here.
Most of these things I don't want to say. I want to be around while you chase. You want to hit me up when you make it. You'll try and come back when you're famous. I always want the truth, but it's dangerous. You got something.
I kind of want to take this off this 1, 2, 3.
You want to get with me, stop.
I'm just debating is it just worth just taking an EQ.
Most of these things I don't want to say. I want to be around while you chase.
I'm looking to take something. We'll see.
When you make it, you'll try and come back when you're famous. I always want the truth, but it's dangerous. You got something real.
But this is just a good kind of testament to what I always preach about in futures. Just take the impulse. You can always re-enter. Because if you look, right, we entered around 499s, took it off at somewhere in here, in between like 23, 25, 26 points. You could have literally almost got the exact re-entry and then another 15, 17, 18 points there. So it honestly, in my opinion, is best to enter, exit, look for re-entry, right? Because once the profits are there, they could be gone. And again, we're not going to get too crazy with it, right? We're not going to take like 2-point, 3-point scalps. But if you can get 20, 25 points, take it, look for re-entry, right? If you can't, guess what? You made some money. That's kind of the thought process now where, you know, I booked a little bit of profit here. If we can get a re-entry, I'm not against it, but we'll see. I am more interested in the Dow, I think, here at this point for the re-entry because it is a little bit stronger. It does have that relative strength. I think I'm gonna take one with a stop underneath.
Order filled.
Yeah, I'm taking one here, guys, with a stop underneath the 5-minute 8 EMA. So it's gonna be roughly like a 40, call it 35, 40 point stop. So risking about $200 here probably. So basically risking my profit on this trade, looking for that next leg higher. So it's about a 1-to-1 trade here. Let me just do this real quick. So basically risking 1-to-1. We didn't quite tag that 5-minute, but we tagged the 2-minute, and in this power trend, it may not tag. So roughly like that, about a 1-to-1 trade. That's kind of the thought process here, nothing crazy. Basically risking what we got currently going on, profit-wise. It's not much, right? But that's what I'm looking to do. If at any point I see something shaky I don't like, I'm willing to just kind of dump it a little early, but it's pretty minimal risk here for me. Normally, I like to, for the most part, risk 300 to 400, so, you know, $150, $200, a bit more mild. For this trade too, because I'm only risking $150, $200, if we do set up with a nice 5-minute buy, kind of similar idea to what we had on NQ, where NQ tagged the 2-minute, not quite the 5, then maybe it did afterwards. I'd be willing to add to this initially, or I should say after the fact, not initially, just because, you know, again, if I can get, let's just say something like this, or let's just say we go sideways from maybe another bar or two and then go for one of those suckers, then in that case, we're going to now risk kind of the quote $400. So I will say though, if this 15-minute candle closes weak, I may exit. Right now, totally fine. But if it, I would say if this one closes underneath 40, I would probably exit that prematurely, just because then I think a deeper pullback could happen, and I don't want to take a necessary loss for no reason. But for now, just hanging in there, chilling, same plan, same plan. Minute candles closing here in a couple seconds, guys. Alright, so that pretty much was a tag via time. Close enough to now where I would feel okay raising the stop a bit. Raise the stop a tad, nothing crazy. You know, again, we always plan for kind of worst case scenario off the bat, and then we can always adjust stops as we get more data, right? The key is we need to break this previous 5-minute high. We can do that, and I'd be pretty confident we can get up here. Let me just make sure this is all still good and dandy. Yeah, we're good. Just trying to make sure that we ain't getting any type of foolery. Broke that previous high, so that's good. One more push up, see if we get to that level. I always like to front run my target, so I'd probably front run the level by a little tiny bit if we can get there, right? I'm going to now move my stop. I don't typically do this, but just because of the nature of the market, nature of the day, I want to kind of protect against like fuckery. We're pretty close to the target here, you know, relatively speaking. Like we're like 15 points, 20 points away. So I'm going to actually move my stop to break even here. And so if it gets triggered, basically if we reverse this candle and go here, because this would be a potential failed breakout now of these previous highs. So we probably shouldn't get back down to here. And if it does and stops me out, whatever. I'm basically risking the unrealized gains that I have right now. So I'm willing to kind of just put my stop at even and let it go. So now it's basically a free trade. You know, in theory, we could lock in this trade, right? We could lock in $100, but I'm willing to risk the $100 that I have for an extra 100, knowing that we probably shouldn't reverse after we took out these highs. Because then again, that could be a potential red flag, especially as NQ is approaching last hour high, right? So kind of if it does reverse, no harm, no foul. But, oh. Let's see. Sometimes when we get like that close, relatively speaking, to a target, I don't mind just taking it off just for like sanity purposes. If, like, hey, you know, we're getting close to a target, I don't mind just like securing the gains. But for this, I'm willing to risk the unrealized profit because I already have some profit. If this was like the first trade of the day, I probably just would have taken it off on that impulse, even if it wasn't like quote proper R to R. But I don't really care. I care about securing profits, right? So we may get stopped though here at even, as I do say that, but we'll see. If we get stopped at even, I don't, you know, move on to the next setup, or maybe no more setups. We'll see.
Didn't know you could move like that. You step real smooth like that. All night get down like that. Turn around, make it bounce like that. Didn't know you could hang like that. Sipping on champagne like that.
And there still is a scenario where this can stop us out, which it may right here. Let's see. But I was saying there's still a scenario where this could stop us out and then still make the move. But at that point, I don't want to risk my unrealized profits plus my stop. I'd rather just risk the unrealized profits if we get stopped, if we get stopped. CRD over OP. Not quite. Almost there. See, again, probably shouldn't have done that. And now, again, I'm giving it a little tiny wiggle room, but if it stops us, it stops us, and we'll go on to the next trade. NQ is looking a bit better now at this point. So maybe NQ is the move, but I'm first going to wait to see.
Stop filled.
Okay, so we got stopped at even. Why are we trading lunchtime? The day just started. We're like an hour in. NQ is making the move now, and it honestly could have potentially stopped us before making the move, but I'm happy with it. I'm alright with it. Again, it's very possible this does make the move now. If it does, it does. It's fine.
Don't nobody else make me feel it. Don't nobody else make me feel it. Yeah. Don't nobody else make me feel it. Don't nobody else make me feel it. Don't nobody else make me feel it. So don't nobody else make me feel it. Yeah. Don't nobody else make me feel it. Don't nobody else make me feel it. So don't nobody else make me feel it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I knew this was definitely a possibility to stop us out and then go, but I just would rather play it safe. You know, again, we were up almost 30 points there, so 100, like it was almost like $140 profit, and you know I was looking for another like 20 points. So again, like I said, I was willing to risk the unrealized profit for another, you know, whatever. So. still look for some more trades, but we'll see.
Don't nobody else make me feel like, oh. Don't nobody else make me feel like, yeah. Don't nobody else make me feel like, don't nobody else make me feel like, don't nobody else make me feel like.
The Discord link is in the bio, Edibio, if you want to learn.
Nobody else make me feel like.
El Brutal, Keyshawn, thank you guys for the follows on TikTok as well. Appreciate that, appreciate that. So 2 trades so far, 1 break even, 1 winning trade. Not sure if I'm gonna push it for a 3rd, at least for now. So I might wait for the afternoon, but I'm gonna give it at least another like probably 5-10 minutes. I want to see this 15-minute close. I'll wait for this 15-minute close and see if NQ can break the previous hourly high within the next like 6 minutes. Then I'm more interested in longs for like the entire day here. So we'll see. The Dow probably ends up working now after that 5-minute bar there, but it's okay.
To the music. To the music. It turned out to be.
Probably gonna hop off here though, guys. Took 2 trades, like I said, 1 winner, 1 break even. I don't want to force anything now. Probably take some more trades later in the day, but I'm just call it here for now. So, you know, it could have been a small winner on the YM trade, but it was just my personal choice. Because basically, at that point, if that YM trade did hit, I would have been done for the day. You know, that would have been 2. It were a smaller winner and a good winner. Been like a $1,500 day, probably overall, give or take, maybe it's a little bit less. And at that point, I feel comfortable kind of calling it quits for the day. So I'm going to hop off here. If I see anything else, I'll post in the Discord as always. But appreciate you guys for tuning in.